Hey folks, Jonathan here. I've been charging my camera, so I haven't been doing much recording. I got up really early this morning. We pulled number 5 out, checked the ring, everything's fine. It didn't smash on the piston hard at all. So we've got it back in, and now we've got it cleaned up, got the gasket laying on it, working on cleaning the head up. I am going to pop them 2 valves out, number 5, just to check it real quick. I don't think there's going to be any issues. We'll just take them out and slide them back in. I'm not going to do a lot of work on this. There's no use doing a bunch of lapping, and you know, if I start, where do I stop? You know, go ahead and order rings and set of pistons, and you know, there's a little wear in the cylinder. It's got a little ring ridge. We just well bore it and go oversized, and you know, might be a little wear on the crank, and might want to turn it under and you know, go 20 under, 10 under with it. That's the problem, is where do you stop? And this is just an old rat rod. We heard it run, we know it runs good, except for you know, the issue we had with the knocking. So we're not going to worry about it. We're going to put it together. There's no use dumping a bunch of money in it. And I think I found our culprit. The only thing I could find was one spot where there was a vent tube here and it's missing. That would have went to the bowl vent. Some of them I've seen pictures had more than one, but I think this one only had one, the bowl vent. I believe that's what we've found, because it's really thin, whatever it is. I'm going to finish getting this all cleaned up, and I'm going to check them 2 valves and then go from there. And somebody said something about, you know, the valves look, you know, really low. In the video, for some reason, this valve looked really low, but it's not. It's actually up. This is the only one I've seen that's anywhere near being low, and it's not that low, so I'm not too worried about that. You know, a car like this, you know, it's not a daily driver. It won't get run enough to get the valves beat down too far. I mean, it'll take years for it to do that. So even if it, you know, and it may have hardened seats, I don't know. It's a 67. I'm sure there's somebody on here that would know what year they started putting hardened seats in. You know, from what I can tell, this is a 1967. Well, the head is. I didn't look at the block, the casting date on the block, and actually I can see it from here. So it is. Yeah, the whole engine's a 67 model, 230. So anyway, we'll keep rolling together with it. All right, I was wondering if I could maybe get one of you all to come help me set this head back on there. Nobody? All right, I'll get it. All right, we got the top end all back together, except of course for the valve cover. Now we're going to roll it back, get it back up, picked up with the rollbacks, and clean the oil pan up and clean the surface up, and go ahead and try to get the oil pan on and get some fresh oil in it. We've got a new filter on it, we've got new plugs in it, put AC plugs in it, AC Delco, and gapped them right, because the gap that was on them plugs was way too wide for points ignition. Looked like it was set up for electronic, something, you know, 60,000, something like that. But anyway, we got to get some antifreeze in it, but we're gonna hopefully be rolling here shortly. Okay folks, we've got it all back together here. I hadn't done a lot of video, and I kind of was in a hurry because my grandson's here, and I want to make sure he's going to get to take a little ride down the driveway in it. Started it up, let it run, giving it the gas. I could not get oil pressure. So I pulled the line loose, started it up. Of course now, I got to wash my truck. It got all over my truck. So I'll start her up here for you. Running good, running smooth. No more knocking. might go take a ride.
Dragging the ground.
I've been watching. Got me a little dirty here. Keep your hands in the car. Did you like that?
Bye-bye.
He went bye-byes. like it? Yeah. Hold on, great butt.
Might be why it's shuddering. You see anything?
No. It's probably whenever you get down on it, you probably.
It's grinding the bone. What a mess. Terrible steering. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible. It probably about the most dangerous vehicle I've ever driven in my life. When you get down on it, it pulls one way. When you let off of it, it pulls another way. I mean, it's just going to have some definite work done. Starting with that steering gear box. It's hard to steer. You can't even turn it. And then when you, of course, it's got so much play in it. I'll show you. What, quarter turn? No, a little over a quarter turn to play. So that's going to have to be addressed for sure. Because it's not safe to drive at all on the road. But running good, no issues, no problems. Sputtering some, but the gas tank is completely dry. It must be running off fuel in the line. So have to get some gas in it. Pretty peppy. I mean, it pulls hard. It does for a little 6-cylinder, but engine runs good. I don't think we got any issues there. Just need to pressure wash it and clean it up. It's pretty oily and dirty. But we got all new gaskets and everything, so we should be fine. Alright, well, I appreciate everybody watching, and you'll see more videos on this later. We'll maybe do something on the steering or something before too long. But main thing is my grandson, I wanted to take him a ride in it. He won't be here over the weekend. So, alright, appreciate it. Bye.